darkness imprisoning me. All that I see, I cannot live, I cannot die, dark in myself. Rock and roll. Should you buy that lens? Should I get a 2.8? Should I get the f4? Should I stay or should I go now? What's good, guys? This is Vahagraphy. I'm Vahagan, your rock and roll photographer. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great. I'm feeling energetic. I'm happy to be alive. I'm happy to be breathing. I'm happy to be rocking and rolling. Welcome to Vahagraphy, guys. Today, I am talking about the topic of should you get into photography or not? No, I'm just kidding. Should you buy the 2.8 or should you buy the less expensive f4? This is the most asked question I get regarding lenses, regarding a 24-70 question. Okay? Should I buy the 2.8 Z, 24-70 2.8, which cost way over $2,000? Or should I get the less expensive f4 version? And we all know that can be bought at a good deal sometimes. That's a kit lens. And a lot of photographers, they try to get rid of that lens for a lot less money than list price. Okay, we're talking about a list price of $700, $800, $900. However, I've seen that lens go for as low as $300 on the used market. Sometimes you can even find a deal on that 24-70 with a body. I've owned both lenses. Okay, I've used both lenses a lot. And let me tell you something, guys. Which one should you buy? We're talking about a night and day difference when it comes to price. We're talking about a night and day difference when it comes to size. We're also talking about a night and day difference. Are you ready? When it comes to image quality. Yep, you heard me right. Well, I'm getting just as good quality on the f4. Vahagan, look at these images. This was shot on a kit lens. Yeah, great. Awesome. There is quite a significant difference when it comes to image quality, performance, and specs when it comes to the more expensive Nikon Z lens, the 2.8. When I started using that 24-70 2.8, yes, it is quite a bit larger than the f4 lens. However, I was blown away by its sharpness. Just the way the lens performs, even at 2.8. Yep, you heard me right. Even at 2.8. Now, I heard the argument. There's not much of a stop difference between 2.8 and f4. I'm good with the f4. Sure you are. You are good with the f4. However, if you use the 2.8, you know what I'm talking about. It's that little bit of difference, a little bit of light that you get from 2.8 to f4 that makes a huge difference in your ability to capture light. Makes a huge difference in the ability of background blur. The way you zoom in and out, just the feeling of the lens, the way it feels in the hands. It's a much better lens. It's a much better piece of glass. It's a much better investment. Wait a minute. Hold on 1 second, guys. Hold on. Should I buy the 2.8? Should I buy the f4? It's kind of hard to play like this. I haven't played the duhole in a while. This is a duhole. Hello, should I buy the 2.8 or should I buy the f4? Nikon, which one? Well, I could play it like this better. Nikon, where are the belly dancers? Come on, man. a snap technique on this instrument. I gotta practice the hole, man. All right. Anyway, I feel like breakdancing. Nah. Look, guys, I've used both lenses, and let me tell you something. If you need to ask the question, then you probably don't want to spend the 2.8 money. If you have the 2.8 money, I suggest you buy one time and one time only. You're buying the top tier 2.8 24-70 lens, and you're calling it a night. You have the best of the best of the best lens, and you cannot go wrong with that piece of glass. I've used that lens. It's beautiful. It's one of my favorite Zoom Z lenses. That with the 7200, with the 1424, you got the Trinity. But that 24-70 is a gem. Now, if I'm not mistaken, and I could be wrong, but I think that lens is made in Japan. Not that it matters, but that lens is made in Japan. And, you know, you can find deals on that too. I've seen them go as low as $1,900 to $2,000 in the used market all day, every day. I seen one. It had one scratch on the barrel. Nothing on the glass. The guy was selling it for $1,800, $1,750. It's got the digital LCD display, which I love. It's got features that the F4 does not have. Sure, it's big. Sure, it's kind of heavy. It's not really like, oh, you know, you're gonna die out there. No, but it is big and kind of heavy. It's not light and it's not small. Now, if you're one of those guys that, you know, is just starting out, or if you don't like to carry, you know, big bags around and you want to stay small, you travel a lot, by all means, guys, buy the F4 and call it a day. Save the money and call it a day. You know, if you don't care about 2.8 and F4 is good enough for you, and if you don't have that much space in a bag, then the F4 is calling your name all day, every day. The 24-70 kit lens F4. There's nothing wrong with that lens. However, if you're just second guessing your purchase, and if you're trying to decide should you pay the extra money, and size, weight is not a problem for you, then go ahead and pony up 2 or 3 times more and buy the 2.8. You will thank me later, guys. There is a big difference, like I said, sharpness, image quality, corner to corner. This lens does a really good job with flaring, but you, as a photographer, especially if you have a Z8 and a Z9, a big body, right? The Z9 especially, you don't mind having the 24-70 2.8. They combine well together. They're balanced together. It's a good fit, and it goes good together in the hand. Trust me, guys. If you're making money in your photography, especially if you're a wedding photographer, event photographer, and you're getting paid, you want to have 2.8 glass. Pay the extra money and get the 2.8. You'll thank me later. Also, it does a better job. Focus accuracy, it does a better job with focus. It's a little quicker to focus. And, well, let's not forget resale value. If you were to just switch systems, go to another system, they hold their value much, much better than those other F4 lenses. I'd say spend the dollars on the 24-70 because you're going to use this lens. It's going to be your walk-around lens, and it's going to be a 2.8 lens versus if you're going to go for a 14-24. Save the money, buy the 14-30 instead of the 14-24, but buy the 24-70 for your all-around walk-around. And if you think that F4 is a good price for you, then get that one. You won't go wrong with either or lenses. They're both great. And they're both kick-ass, but that 24-70 2.8 is a work of art. If you don't believe me, just read the reviews of this lens. Man, and for video, it's a killer lens. This lens, if I'm a videographer and I'm shooting brides, people, video, walk around video, there's been times where I said I'm so thankful to have the 2.8 in my hands versus an F4. Sometimes you just need that extra bit of speed. And when I say speed, I mean fast aperture. It makes that much of a difference when you are shooting. Let me tell you. And the fact that, I mentioned this before, the fact that this lens is sharp wide open, you can take beautiful portraits with this lens. There's going to be a nice creamy background blur when shooting, when you're zooming into 70 and you want to do the portraits at 2.8 or maybe 3.2 or f4. This lens is going to shine. and you're going to be very, very appreciative in the fact that that little bit of light helped you out. Not that you can't do it with the 24-70 f4 lens. Sure you can. But I'd rather get this one. I don't care if it's going to cost me $2,000. I'd rather spend the money now and have the best of the best, and I'll save on other things. I'll save on the wides. You know, I'll buy maybe a second used body just to have this 24-70 in my kit, in my arsenal. It makes such a big difference, guys. Let me know in the comments below, guys. Let me know what you think of my thoughts here. 24-70, 2.8 versus f4. Let me know your thoughts. If you've owned both lenses, what you think, if your thoughts are similar to mine. All right, guys, if this is your first time here on Vahagraphy, go ahead and like, subscribe, share, and we'll see you on the next video. Quick reminder, Thursdays is a set day for me. Focus Bocus. Live stream 9 a.m. We go live. This week I have a special guest coming on with me live on Vahagraphy, Focus Bocus, episode number 7. So every Thursdays, 9 a.m., Vahagraphy's new podcast/live stream. This is Vahagraphy. I'm Vahagan, your rock and roll photographer. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you very, very soon. Rock and roll.